You're invited to this online healing retreat, Accessing the Human Energy Field, an advanced workshop for healers with Cristo Bowers.
Each person who decides to participate in this program will have me as a resource to look into their energy field and to document or detail for them what their dominant intuitional faculty is. And in fact, for the people who decide to participate in the program, I will likely be able to give them a summary of their dominant and subdominant intuitional faculties. So the biggest problem that I see in terms of people being able to access the human energy field and get precise information is that they don't know what their dominant intuitional faculty is. And so they try to get information through one of their subdominant faculties, and that information is not as clear or precise as it could be. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, those are the three primary faculties that people have developed over the course of past lives or through the course of their experience in this life. I have people who come to me and they lament the fact that they cannot see color through the use of their hands. And I actually have had people come to me and tell me this. They're like, I am a Reiki practitioner. My friends have the ability to intuit colors through their hands, and I can't, even though I try really hard. I have not made any progress in this area. At that point, I will look in their auric field, and I will be able to see what their dominant intuitional faculties are. And so I'll tell them something like this, that the reason that you can't see color through your fingers is because you are claircognizant. You have a highly functioning crown center, and that gives you the ability to receive information just through this process of knowing. And then they'll say something like this, oh yes, I do get information that way, but I want to see colors through my hands like these other people can. And that's when I inform them that for them, not that it's a waste of time to try to intuit colors through the tactile sense, but instead, if they would begin to work with their dominant intuitional faculty in a conscious way, it develops what is already developed to a higher degree. And that also affects the other intuitive faculties and brings them into a higher state of functioning. The reason that it is important to understand what your dominant intuitional faculties are and to begin to work with me to understand how to bring them under conscious control is because it gives you much more authority or much more a greater ability to direct the intuitive faculties. The place where most people are in terms of their practice is that when they engage a client, they just open to receive information. So they stand there, they open their intuitive faculties. Again, they're not under conscious control, so they just open them. And all this information pours through into their person. Now, it's like going to the doctor and saying to the doctor, okay, what's wrong with me? Not allowing them to examine you with their eyes, with any sort of instrumentation, and just having the doctor stand across the room from them, open up, and try to guess what's wrong with the person in front of you. Being able to understand what the dominant intuitional faculties are and to develop them gives the practitioner an incredible amount of authority to be able to scan the person's auric field, much like a magnetic resonance imaging machine or even a sonogram. So all of those structures that are there as an inherent part of the auric field can be minutely engaged and looked at to bring forth information in incredible detail. This program, I believe, will assist anybody who's currently in practice as a healer. I think it will also assist anybody who's currently in a psychotherapy profession or a counseling profession. And this is where I primarily use my ability to look into the psychic and emotional structures of the person in front of me, to look at their unconscious beliefs and belief systems. And it pulls that content out and allows me to be able to examine it. So for those people who are currently in practice and who are practicing Reiki or any of the healing modalities, also therapists and psychologists, these people will benefit immensely from this program. And also, for those people who simply have had a lifelong interest in being able to learn how to consciously access the intuition, they also will benefit from this program. In session 1, I'll begin to describe the intuitional faculties. I will also state the chakras that the intuitional faculties are associated with. And then I will go through each of the participants and I will inform them of their dominant intuitional faculty. That's what day 1 looks like. Day 2, or session 2, at that point, everyone should be informed of their dominant intuitional faculty. They should be informed of the chakra that it's associated with. So in session 2, when we begin to access the program, what we're going to look at is how to begin to bring the dominant intuitional faculty under conscious control. And so what I will set before the participants is a program by which they can begin to focus down through their dominant intuitional sense on the structures of the auric field to be able to consciously receive information. That's session 2. At that point, we should also begin to work with the beliefs and belief systems of those who are in session with us, because as we practice, we're going to need a practicum participant. And so what I've done in the past is I have taken volunteers from the pool of participants to be able to volunteer for us to look at. We may take one participant or a myriad of participants as time allows and have the participants focus on a certain aspect of the person's auric field that I define for them, and eventually will elaborate. So I give them an opportunity to practice as well the conscious control of their dominant intuitional faculty. Session 3 should consist largely of practicum and question and answer responses. For the people who decide to participate in this online healing retreat, I firmly believe that you're going to find what you have been looking for in terms of the teacher and the practice that will be able to help you develop and bring under conscious control your own intuitive faculties to improve your practice and bring it to the level that you have either imagined or desired for yourself.
Register today for this online healing retreat. Access the human energy field with Cristo Bowers.